find your lack of faith disturbing.
Red October's turned directly into the torpedoes faster.
Mother of God.
And so, love triumphed in the end, and the invaders were destroyed. For this world, our world, is the world of man. We have earned the right to live here, and as long as we love, humanity will prevail. Each of our enemies has failed in their quest to defeat us. Each has been undone by their own nefarious plans. Among all worlds, across all galaxies, we stand above, we stand alone. None can threaten our existence, none can challenge our spirit. And why? Of all the qualities that make us unique, it is love that is our greatest strength. And because of love, mankind...
Time does fly fast, my son. It seems only yesterday I ordered your first diaper changed, and now you're a man who's about to be married. She will give you much pleasure, don't you think?
I am not sure if I am ready.
Son, I know we never had to talk about this, but I always assumed that you had sex with your bathers. I know I do.
It's not that, Father.
Ladies and gentlemen, to present the Best Picture Award are two of America's most distinguished actors, Olympia Dukakis and James Earl Jones.
Lord, what's that?
Looks like Phil Donahue throwing up in a tuba.
Someone make a note. I don't think we should have Phil Donahue back next year.
Thank you. Thank you. Good evening.
Last week.
It's not the time! You shot me against you! Finally, shot me against you! He shot me head between your legs, man! That won't work! There's no between us warriors! God, don't bring civilians into it!
He grabbed me from behind.
Nobody grabbed you. Nobody.
He grabbed me from behind when I wasn't looking. It was like Pearl Harbor, sneak attack.
Nobody grabbed you. 10 years has it been going on. 10 years wrestling with a demon.
If a demon grabbed you from behind, what would you do?
Nothing! There is no such thing as a demon. And if there were, he wouldn't wrestle with a Jamaican immigrant, he'd wrestle with an American citizen. You know what we're gonna do with you this time, Fish?
Shock treatment.
Better.
Group therapy.
Even better.
Drugs, sedatives, pills, tapioca pudding.
You'll just never get it.
I ain't gonna be busting no unisex baseball game.
We're gonna deinstitutionalize you. The President and the Congress of the United States just did what psychiatry couldn't do. They cured you!
Fellas, can I get... Please! Anybody not a member of this team or its staff? You're dismissed. Okay. Listen. My name is Frank Cuso. To you, I'm either Coach or Mr. Cuso. Starting tomorrow, you are mine for the next 3 months. That means no women, no alcohol, no drugs. You will eat, sleep, and shit competition. There are only 2 other rules. Number 1, don't be late. Don't ever be late. It shows disrespect to me, to the sport, and to your teammates. 2, we expect you to function as a team. I'll say this only once. A team is not a team if you don't give a damn about one another. You are now members of the U.S. National Karate Team. You represent the United States of America. Remember that, and we will accomplish our objective. Our only objective, which is to win. Yeah. One more thing. When we get settled in tonight, Don will escort you into town. It's your last night in 3 months. If some of you are lucky, you might even get laid. Knowing the high standards of the local females, I seriously doubt it. But that bus leaves at 1900 hours. Sharp! Gentlemen.
Still, I don't know. There's no way I can be absolutely certain.
Excuse me, Jack. Tell me one thing in life that is absolutely for certain.
My daughter's love.
What I need to hear from you is your best guess, and I think I've heard it. Haven't I?
I've been waiting for you, Obi-Wan. We meet again at last. The circle is now complete. When I left you, I was but the learner. Now I am the master.
Only a master of evil, Darth.
Infidel defilers. They should all drown in lakes of blood. Now they will know why they are afraid of the dark. Now they will learn why they fear the night.
In the third millennium, the world changed. Climate, nations, all were in upheaval. The earth transformed into a poisonous, scorched desert, known as the Cursed Earth. Millions of people crowded into a few megacities, where roving bands of street savages created violence the justice system could not control. Law as we know it collapsed. From the decay rose a new order, a society ruled by a new elite force, a force with the power to dispense both justice and punishment. They were the police, jury, and executioner all in one. They were the judges.
Zazu,
Yes, sire?
take Nala home. I've got to teach my son a lesson.
Come, Nala. Simba. Good luck.
Simba! Simba, I'm very disappointed in you.
I know.
You could have been killed. You deliberately disobeyed me. And what's worse, you put Nala in danger.
I was just trying to be brave like you.
I'm only brave when I have to be. Simba, being brave doesn't mean you go looking for trouble.
But you're not scared of anything.
I was today.
You were?
Yes. I thought I might lose you.
Oh. I guess even kings get scared, huh?
Mm-hmm.
But you know what?
What?
I think those hyenas were even scarier.
'Cause nobody messes with your dad. Come here, you.
Oh, no, no! Come here. Dad?
Hmm?
We're pals, ourselves, right?
Right.
And we'll always be together, right?
Simba, let me tell you something that my father told me. Look at the stars. The great kings of the past look down on us from those stars.
Really?
Yes. So whenever you feel alone, just remember that those kings will always be there to guide you. And so will I.
Mr. Wazansky.
Yes, sir, I believe I can. It was the 1972 case of Oklahoma versus Powell.
Very authoritatively stated, Mr. Wazansky, and very wrong. Mr. Watson, can you name the precedent for us?
Yes, sir. The precedent, sir, is Ronald Reagan, sir.
Mr. Watson, I am not a humorless man. But if you're going to take up my class time making jokes, please see to it that they are funny.
We live in a time when violence is offered up as the panacea. The bullet seems to be the final instrument of political discourse. Men die violently, we bury them, we mourn for them, and we seek retribution. It's a deadly pattern. From Abraham Lincoln to McKinley, to John F. Kennedy, to Robert Kennedy, to Medgar Evers, to Martin Luther King, the list grows. Violence, burial, and retribution. It simply must not go on. It can't go on. On the tombstone of one of these slain good men is a quote from Genesis. Behold the dreamer. Come now, therefore, and let us slay him, and we shall see what has become of his dream. We cannot murder the tyranny by murdering the tyrant, and we cannot murder the dream by murdering the dreamer. And if we justify the taking of any life in the name of our morality, we've done nothing but murder our morality.
You had to kill anybody?
I did. I'm not proud of it.
You ever wounded?
No. Auntie gave me a rabbit's foot to take away there with me. Guess it worked. I've never been hurt in 40 years as a cop either. Guess the good Lord seen fit to keep me out of harm's way. I've been blessed. Really blessed. You know, they say that nobody can save another person. That's bullshit. You can save another person if you want to be saved. And I've been saved by 3 people in my life. When my mother died, Aunt T, she took responsibility for me. And when we moved up here to Chicago, she worked 16 hours a day. Cleaning houses, worked in the laundry, whatever. And she made sure that I was never hungry and I always had shoes. And she whipped me when I was bad. So she saved me. And then when I got to be a teenager, I was too big to be whipped, so I started getting in trouble. I stole a car. You know, I was a car thief. See? The cops caught me and took me before this judge. And the judge gave me a choice, prison or the military. So I joined the Marines. And the Marines made a man out of me. And I was saved by the judge. Then when I got out of the Marines and came here to Chicago, I brought the war with me. And started drinking, you know, heavy. And didn't care what happened to me. And I met my wife, and it was like opening the curtain on a dark room, and the sunlight just poured in. I was saved again by her.
Is she dead?
Yeah. 8 years. Didn't mean to go on like that.
Where is that shuttle going?
Shuttle to Dirian. What is your cargo and destination?
Parts and technical crew for the Forest Moon.
Do they have a code clearance?
It's an older code, sir, but it checks out. I was about to clear them.
I'm endangering the mission. I shouldn't have come.
It's your imagination, kid. Come on, let's keep a little optimism.
Shall I hold?
No. Leave them to me. I will deal with them myself. I'm staying at the Waldorf Astoria. When you see him, call me.
I'll tell him you're here.
No. Do not alert him to my presence. I shall deal with him myself. No. Leave them to me. I will deal with them myself. Ray. People will come, Ray.
They'll come to Iowa for reasons they can't even fathom. They'll turn up your driveway, not knowing for sure why they're doing it. They'll arrive at your door as innocent as children, longing for the past. Of course, we won't mind if you look around, you'll say. It's only $20 per person. They'll pass over the money without even thinking about it. For it is money they have, and peace they like.
Ray, just sign the papers.
And they'll walk out to the bleachers. And sit in shirt sleeves on a perfect afternoon. They'll find they have reserved seats somewhere along one of the baselines. Where they sat when they were children and cheered their heroes. And they'll watch the game. And it'll be as if they'd dipped themselves in magic waters. The memories will be so thick, they'll have to brush them away from their faces.
Ray, when the bank opens in the morning, they'll foreclose.
People will come, Ray.
You're broke, Ray. You sell now or you lose everything.
The one constant through all the years, Ray, has been baseball. America has rolled by like an army of steamrollers. It's been erased like a blackboard, rebuilt and erased again. But baseball has marked the time. This field, this game, is a part of our past, Ray. It reminds us of all that once was good, and it could be again. Oh, people will come, Ray. People will most definitely come.
Ray, you will lose everything. You will be evicted.
The day of doom is here. All that is evil, all that have eyes, your parents, your leaders, those who would call themselves your judges, those who have lied and corrupted the earth, they shall all be cleansed. In your hand, you hold my light, the gleam in the eye of Set. This flame will burn away the darkness, burn you the way to paradise!
child. You have come to me, my son. For who now is your father if it is not me? Who gave you the will to live? I am the wellspring from which you flow. When I am gone, you will have never been. What will your world be without me? My son. My son.
Lord Vader, what about Leia and the Wookiee?
They must never again leave this city.
That was never a condition of our agreement, nor was giving hand to this bounty hunter.
Perhaps you think you're being treated unfairly?
No.
Good. It would be unfortunate if I had to leave a garrison here.
This deal is getting worse all the time.
Now, Lysian, take the princess and the Wookiee to my ship.
You said they'd be left in the city under my supervision.
I am altering the deal. Pray I don't alter it any further.
I would like to get a law degree, sir. So I can do some work that might be of use to somebody.
You must have learned a great deal more than you bargained for through this experience, Mr. Watson.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Watson, a Harvard law graduate can do a great many things. Make a lot of money. Teach. Become a senator, a judge. A Harvard law graduate has power, Mr. Watson. I hope that I teach my students to use that power responsibly, even generously. But you've learned something that I can't teach them. You've learned what it feels like to be black.
No, sir.
Beg your pardon?
I don't really know what it feels like, sir. If I didn't like it, I could always get out. It's not the same, sir.
You've learned a great deal more than I thought. We won't press charges. You can stay.
Thank you, sir.
Pick it up!
Tell me about Tommy. This is how you deal with people, Mr. Kuzo.
What are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about. I've just seen the videotape.
So?
So? How could you send him to the ring with Dahan?
Because Tommy's the only fighter on this team who has a chance against him, and you know it.
So it's only about winning, then. Is that it? Win at any cost, right, Coach?
Back off, Wade. I don't listen to this.
Yes, you do, Frank. If you pull one more stunt like you just pulled with Tommy, you won't have to get on a plane because I will personally kick your ass from here to Korea. None of this had to happen, Frank. Did you ever stop to think what it might be like if you cared as much about these guys as you do about winning?
This has nothing to do with winning. If those boys do their best and fail, I'll still be proud. But if they don't give me their all, and if I don't give them mine, that is my failure and my disgrace. Matter of fact, that's exactly what happened to Tommy's brother. You saw that tape. I was the coach of that team, Miss Wade. I've carried the burden of his death for 15 years. Those boys didn't know what they were getting into. I did. It was all just a game to them. And I didn't know enough then
to give them rules, to drive them to the edge, to the breaking point, to where they hated my guts. Tommy's brother died because I failed. He was not prepared. And I will never let that happen again, ever.
Boy, what about the Ford? Starting to get jumpy?
Yeah, I'm scared that Brady gonna change his mind.
You still think you could take him?
Well, I ain't saying I could take it straight off, and anyway, that'd be kind of mean. Big holiday fight, in case you know all them people right back home again.
Your only worry is picking the round. Huh?
Yeah, and that takes some thinking, man. You see, if I let it go on too long in there, you know, just sort of block it and keep it off me, then they'll say, well, ain't that one shiftless nigga? Why they all so lazy? But if I chop them down too quick, you know, 34th round, get to them. Then they holler, no, it ain't fair. The poor man up there fighting a gorilla, but I'm gonna work it out.
What about that yellow streak Brady talks about?
Say, yeah, you want to see it? Yeah.
Any idea, Jack, why you smile when you're fighting?
I'm a happy sort of person and it always feels good, huh? And when I'm fighting, I feel double good. So what I want to put a face on for? And anyway, it's a sport, right? Like a game. Well, I like whoever I'm hitting to see that I'm still his friend.
Going back to Chicago after the fight.
Yeah, I want to see my little old mama.
Fried chicken, Jack.
Ooh, can't wait.
One more question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Now, you're the first black man in the history of the ring who's ever had a crack at the heavyweight title. Now, white folks, of course, are behind Brady. I mean, he's the redeemer of the race and so on. But you, Jack Jefferson, are you the Black Hope?
Well, I'm black and I'm hoping.
Answer him straight, Jack.
Say, look, man, I ain't fighting for no race. I ain't redeeming nobody. My mama told me Mr. Lincoln done that. Ain't that why you shot him?
You cannot hide forever, Luke.
I will not fight you.
Give yourself to the dark side. It is the only way you can save your friends. Yes, your thoughts betray you. Your feelings for them are strong, especially for sister. So, you have a twin sister. Your feelings have now betrayed her too. Obi-Wan was wise to hide her from me. Now his failure is complete. If you will not turn to the dark side, then perhaps she will.
Surveillance tape. I haven't got it yet.
You know what you think about when you're lying here? You know you're gonna die, and you think, that's all right. You lived a long time. You had a family that loved you. You had a job that you thought made a difference, that you thought was honorable. And then you see this.
I'm afraid if I dig any deeper, no one's gonna like what I find.
You took an oath. If you recall, when you first came to work for me, and I don't mean to the National Security Advisor of the United States. I mean to his boss. And I don't mean the president. He gave you word to his boss. You gave your word to the people of the United States. Your word is who you are.
I was so nervous, I became nauseous. But
Over the years, I have grown to love your father very much.
So, you see, my son, there is a very fine line between love and nausea.
I understand, Father. But when I marry, I want the woman to love me for who I am, not because of what I am.
And who are you?
I am a man who has never tied his own shoes before.
Wrong. You are a prince who has never tied his shoes. Believe me, I tied my own shoes once. It is an overrated experience.
My life, and that's why I gotta leave right now. Have a great day.
Once again, Michael left Donna in bed, confused and unsatisfied.
Shut up, James Earl Jones.
No, you shut up, big mouth.
I can get you home, but you have to do exactly as I...
This is indeed a disturbing universe. There is no escape. Don't make me destroy you. Luke, you do not yet realize your importance. You have only begun to discover your power. Join me, and I will complete your training. With our combined strength, we can end this destructive conflict and bring order to the galaxy.
I'll never join you!
If you only knew the power of the dark side. Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father.
He told me enough. He told me you killed him.
No. I am your father.
No. That's not true. That's impossible!
Search your feelings. You know it to be true. Luke, you can destroy the Emperor. He has foreseen this. It is your destiny. Join me, and together we can rule the galaxy as father and son. Come with me. It is the only way.
You're in trouble, aren't you, son?
Yeah, well, that was my stepdad's ball. I took it without asking. It was signed by Babe Ruth.
George signed this?
George Herman Ruth? Yeah.
I take it back. You're not in trouble. You're dead where you stand. Hold on. Hold on. Here. I'll trade you.
That's really nice of you, but that ball really is signed by Babe Ruth.
So is this one. With the rest of the 1927 Yankees.
Man. Murderer's Row. Lou Gehrig.
Babe Ruth! But why would you trade? That one's all chewed up.
I got a lot of good stuff. Look at that stuff. Besides, you need it more than I do.
You knew Babe Ruth?
George? I sure did. And he knew me. He was almost as great a hitter as I was. I would have broken his record, too, but...
You went blind.
Yep. I used to crowd the plate so that strike zone almost disappeared. Pitchers hate that. That's the way I played. 100% all the time. Baseball was life. And I was good at it. Real good. And then, one day, a high fast one and pow, the lights went out.
I don't think we could take this ball.
I'll tell you what. You guys come by here once a week and talk baseball with me. We'll call it an even trade.
Deal!
Look, Simba. Everything the light touches is our kingdom.
Wow.
A king's time as ruler rises and falls like the sun. One day, Simba, the sun will set on my time here and will rise with you as the new king.
And this'll all be mine?
Everything.
Everything the light touches. What about that shadowy place?
That's beyond our borders. You must never go there, Simba.
But I thought a king can do whatever he wants.
Oh, there's more to being king than getting your way all the time.
There's more?
Simba. Everything you see exists together in a delicate balance. As king, you need to understand that balance and respect all the creatures, from the crawling ant to the leaping antelope.
But Dad, don't we eat the antelope?
Yes, Simba, but let me explain. When we die, our bodies become the grass, and the antelope eat the grass. And so, we are all connected in the great circle of life.
Good morning, sire.
Good morning, son.
Hey, thanks for watching. James Earl Jones is an absolute legend and one of my favorite voice actors, so I really had to go all out on this one. But more than likely this video was hit with copyright and possibly taken down. Either way, if you like this video and want to see more, smash that like button and check out some of the other videos we made in the past. But most importantly, please subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on the next video. We want to make more content, but YouTube's been making it very difficult for us, so we would appreciate all of your support. Thanks again.